I reckon I could do it as well, all off heads, but I should have not. I'm too fresh, bro. Of course. Yo,
You need a superstar on the YouTube views. Don't be filming that, you know.
That's the fluffy big thing.
another day, man. Where we at? South London, the trenches. There's no real unity over in South. South in the streets is dark. Everything's fractured. There's no unity. It's very far and few between. That's what I would say. Like, yes, it's very fractured. Even a lot of people don't even know this stuff, so it's weird for me to talk about it. But yeah, no, the first time I went jail I was 21. That was a firearm charge. I ended up beating that case. Came home and had a good run. 10 years later, caught this next case. And yeah, that was the first time having to sit down, because the first one, I was on remand for a bit, and then beat the case and went home. So it weren't really a sit down. It didn't really feel like jail. If anything, it didn't really feel like jail. You know what I mean? It was easy to kind of push to the back of the mind. Whereas this time, being on remand, getting sentenced, shipped around the country and all the rest of it, bare different jails, I felt it this time, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're in jail this time. I remember getting bagged. There's loads going, I'm on the floor, the Jakes is on top of me, and I know I'm going to jail because I know what's going on there, innit? You know what I mean? So a day goes by, you're in the station, it's coming up to the weekend, you're thinking like, am I going to get bail? Like, you know what I mean? You're trying to pat whatnot. 2 days go by, and you realize, shit, I ain't got nowhere. But it was dark for me this time because even that, see, mad. The day that I got bagged, I was supposed to open up for Scraps' tour. Flipping, the first show was that day. We've just posted the flyer and that and everything. Like, I literally just got my hair done, fucking got my outfit on. I got bagged in my outfit. I went to jail in the outfit I was going on touring. So that was dark in itself. Like, I'm thinking, am I gonna get bail? I'm in the station. Like, I've got to be at this show at 8 o'clock tonight. Yeah, popped that. That's too much to process, bro. My son. I got my son. Like, I got my career. I got my house. I got all these things, bro. Too much, bro. Too much. I'll be real. This time was different. When I was 20.
Yeah, no, please.
You know what I mean? You're not really thinking about these things, and I didn't even have my son yet. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Then there's the first night.
What's that
in
like?
the jail. That, I mean, I'd been to that jail before, so I knew the whole surroundings and everything. So it was a breeze. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a breeze. Plus, I knew bare man in there. Bare the man was in there. So it's like, yeah, this is a breeze. It's a local jail, Thameside. It's the man jail. You know what I mean? So it weren't too deep. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. It wasn't too deep. It was like, alright, cool, you're back here, whatever. Just try and, because remember I'm on remand, so just try and minimize how bad it goes. Now it's all about damage control. You know what I mean? It's gone bad. Now it's about damage control. So first night, yeah, check in on the family, whatnot, and then just try and get my head around how am I gonna get the best outcome? How am I gonna, do you know what I mean, kind of thing. And then it's, yeah, just man's doing jail. I had this conversation with someone before I left, and I was saying that jail is different for me, blood. Do you get it? In the sense of being a rapper in jail is never gonna be the same as just going to jail as a normal person. It's never gonna be the same. Like, do you know what I mean? And that was. I mean, it weren't the worst thing, you know what I mean? Because I'll be real, I rap for the streets, so the streets rock with me. So the streets is jail. So 85%, 90%, unless it's people I got outstanding issues with, it's love. Like, it's hella love. Like, I'm getting hella love, super love. Why are you here? You shouldn't be here. I'm on every USB in the jail. Like, do you know what I mean? Man, I'm playing my music on the landing while they're cleaning the wing. Like, it's bare love. Do you know what I mean? So go home, do the music thing, woo. You know what I mean? But jail for a rapper's different, bro. Govs know you. Everyone knows you. You feel me? Like, near enough everyone knows you. So it's like, You got govs telling you they listen to your music and whatnot. So it's different. It's different. It's not nice though, because you got something to lose. You know what I mean? You got a lot outside. You got people counting on you. You got a career and all these types of things. So it's different for a rapper, bro, than someone that is just doing street. They come to jail and all they just got to worry about is jail. You know what I mean? It's a bit different still. I didn't really care about much but my little man and my career. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really care about much otherwise. Like, I wasn't too concerned about what people are getting up to or what's the latest music out or not. I didn't really care about all of that. I'll be honest, I was more like, I'm in jail, innit? You know what I mean? There was times where I didn't even want to be on a machine, or I didn't even want to use an iPhone or nothing like that, because what for? Do you know what I mean? What for? I'm looking at that. I'm just looking at bare foolishness. So I didn't really care about what was going on outside. I'll be honest, I was more focused on I'm in jail, do jail, get through it, and you'll be back to it in no time. Do you know what I mean? At first I done 8 months, and then they recalled me after a month, and then I ended up doing the rest of the time. Obviously, when you come out after your sentence, you've got a license, conditions and stuff that you have to abide by, and whether it be, I don't know, having one phone or not having more than £1,000 in cash on you at any time, or just little license conditions you will have, and obviously if you breach them, then you go back to jail. Basically, but my situation was different because I didn't breach. It sounds bad saying like I didn't do nothing, but I genuinely didn't do nothing. But the probation system is like that. Like the prison system, the probation system, this whole thing is kind of fucked right now. So a lot of people are getting recalled and they genuinely didn't do nothing wrong. Even when I went back, the amount of complaints there was about being recalled for no reason and that, I almost stopped complaining about my situation because it was like, oh, this is the norm. Like, this is happening to everyone. You know what I mean? So, yeah. 100% you're trapped. 100% you're trapped. Like, until you get off that license, until them conditions are done, it's dangerous still. You got to know what you're doing, especially depending on how tight your restrictions are. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's easy to go back to jail. Like, being in jail, like, it's not that it's hard to stay out of trouble out here, but it's almost like, I don't know, man. It's just easy to go back to jail, man, because it could not even be your fault. This time, I didn't even say I'm never going back to jail. I feel like there's no point saying that because it might not even be your fault, and it's happened. So I've seen it happen. So it's like, I ain't even gonna say that. I just say I'm gonna do everything in my power to not go back to jail.
And what does that plan look like though?
I mean, staying out of trouble, 100%. Staying out of trouble, focusing on what matters, like to have a clean, productive life. Just what I'm trying to say, i.e. music. You know what I mean? The amount of people telling me, yo, go home, do music, go home, do music. I'll be a fool to let them see me back in jail, or, do you know what I mean? Or some stupid shit. I ain't mad that this life forces me to think about where I'm stepping, what I'm doing. I ain't really mad about it. It's been so long as well. I'm used to it. I'm comfortable with it. It is what it is. But yeah, you're right. But anything can happen. That you could have some stupid argument with a man in a shop, and you know what I mean? People die from one punch out here, and anything can happen. So it's more about just in general, just trying to be wise about whatever you're doing. I was supposed to open up for Scraps, bro. I've gone to jail, bro. Like, how stupid does that look? Do you know what I mean? Like no one even knew where I was, bro. Like, I'm in the station, man are like, yo, he's supposed to be doing his mic check, and where is he? I'm in the fucking, you feel me, about to jump on the sweatbox. So that just makes you look like a joke, man. Anyway, I've got deals on the table. I'm talking to people. I'm having conversations, and literally about to sign, literally, and yeah, pop down. I'm in the jail. Yeah, I think that's the worst thing I felt. That's the worst thing I felt. The fact that I was so close. I just dropped the tune with Chip. I just dropped the tune with Chip. It wasn't even out for a month. How do you fuck up that bad? like literally, like, it fucked my whole promo. I did the song with Tigger the author. I had it in the bank. Like, it was in the bank. I released that when I was in jail. Fucked up the promo. You know what I mean? I'm not outside to work it. Do you know what I mean? Yo, that shit. it was a bad time for me still. It was a bad time. Any other time I might have said, right, it didn't really affect my career, whatnot and whatnot. And you know what, even this time, I can kind of say that as well. It could have been worse. Someone said to me, God knows, maybe you weren't supposed to be there. Maybe something would have happened there, or something I heard as well, allegedly, that something might have happened there. And so these little things, and then it's like, I lost 2 of my brethren behind the door, like 2 of my dogs. Like 2 of my dogs died while I was behind the door, and it's like, maybe if I was out, my head would have took me, and you feel me? Like, not just anyone, my dogs. So there was that. Like, you start to think, right, maybe God was protecting me from. Yeah, 100%. I'm like that as well. Still, there was loads of that going on. Sometimes God keeps you out the way, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, for what I went to jail for, like, yeah, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been another day when it could have been another day that it would have went better for the fuckboy police them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So with that being said, I just go, yeah, that shit keeps you going as well. It keeps you going, like, keeps you going, bro. You feel me? Because you can't just sit down wallowing and just being negative about it. You know what I mean? You got to kind of trick yourself, not even trick yourself, but trick yourself, for lack of better terms, to boost yourself up, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I even lost my granddad the week before I came, 2 weeks before I came out. My granddad died, so it's like that was probably worse. You see what I'm trying to say? That was probably worse. But any death is bad. Like, any death is bad. Actually, no, losing the man them's gonna hurt more because they're young. My granddad was 91, you know what I mean? He had a long life, whatnot. It's easier to digest. Do you know what I mean? It's easier to digest. Losing the man them while man's in jail, little bros and that, young and that, to murder. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's a mad one. It's a mad one to navigate still, because the second time it happened wasn't like the first time, because of, you know what I mean? It's like, right, again, like, right, this is what's going on, like, you know what I mean? So it's not nice though. It's when you come out is when you really process it. Like, you really like, right, like, I'm never gonna see bro again. Like, the man them's all gone to the funeral. We've missed the funeral. You're seeing pictures. You're seeing, you know what I mean? That's when you kind of start to process it, really. And it's not nice, bro. No death is nice, but not being able to grieve. You're around a bunch of niggas and shit. You're around a bunch of men. You got a cellmate. You're not gonna be able to grieve properly. You can't just chat to your girl or woo, or, you know what I mean? That's dark. You're just holding in bare shit. My head was hurting. Like, I'm a man that likes to write and go straight to the studio. Do you know what I mean? Or write and now I'm laying it down. But where I'm in there and I can't, yeah, the vibe was just gone. Like, the energy for it was gone. Man was telling me, write, Tom, write, just write. I'm like, nah, bro, but it's fine because I'm storing it all. So when I come home, I'm gonna write, and I'm gonna be writing till it's all out. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I ain't really bothered about that because I stored it.
And what does success look like to you?
Not having to do crime, for one. Do you know what I mean? You know you don't have to do no crime. You're successful and you can live happily, do what you need to do, take care of your people. You know what I mean? Have a roof over your head, you know what I mean? You're successful, man. You're not stressed. You're not stressed about whatever you're working, your work is or whatever. Yeah, man, I reckon that's successful.
And how far would you say, with that analogy, how far are you from success?
I'm successful. I'm successful. It took going to jail for me to realise. but I'm successful. Like, I'm 100% successful because what I've managed to build, people where I come from, it's not, and look how long it took me to get to this point where I could just say, bro, like, you know what I mean? Look what it took. It's not easy to build this. And remember, I'm talking about without crime. Do you see what I'm trying to say? It's not, where we come from, it's not easy to build a sustainable business that you love and enjoy. Do you know what I mean? And takes care of you.
So what keeps drawing you back to just there, you know? I call it back to the trap as a term. Good remember.
Do you know what, yeah? I was out the game, bro. Like, even when this thing happened and I ended up in jail, bro, I was about to go on tour, bro. Bro, I was out the game, bro. You feel me? Like, I don't want to talk too much, but it's like on this, but bro, I was out the game and I didn't need to be doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? I didn't need to be doing that. Put it that way. And yeah, I played myself, man. I played myself. Like, what kept bringing me back? Like, what made me? Bruv, friends, the love for the people here. Do you know what I mean? Because you want to take care of more people. You want to take care of people. You want to, you know what I mean? Friends. Just not being aware, like, just not being aware, man. Sometimes when you're just running through life so fast, doing so much, and it's the norm as well, like, you're so used to it, it's almost like you're not doing anything wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like this will go on forever, like, the pattern's majestic. You see what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, I guess it was just muscle memory, like, I don't know, just doing the same thing, like, just doing what I knew. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, if I had caught a bird earlier or something for it, I may have felt a bit different. I may have stopped. I may have, you know what I mean? Who knows? But what I do know is, man ain't playing them games no more. You got potential. Yeah, man, Des on the beat, special, every time. Let's go. That's all I keep hearing, they're rating me or comparing. Outside the people staring, I feel like I'm oversharing. All of my straps in there, and that's why I'm only God-fearing. Call these bluff, I double dare him, then hit him with some bull bearings. I just woke up at 6 and flicked it onto the news. Another day in hell, they just spun a cell on the twos. I got the going home blues, I'm smoking more weed than normal. Putting mackerels in the kettle cause the Surrey food's awful. I'm going home a couple weeks, I feel the energy changing, the govs are moving dumb. I feel like my cellmates hating, my nigga Trapo told me, go home and just do this rap shit. You can count on him to see the ops on the V and just crash this shit. I don't know what I expected. Came home real reflective, chopping it up with Page, helped me put the shit in perspective. If I ain't selling work, I'm still the one they suspect us. A 4-4 and a Nike Tech fleece is my best fit. When I was on the curb and them packs was flying, I never thought I'd get a bird and told that granddad's dying. When I should have been with my girl and actually trying. I had some Lizzie on the saucer at my trap house drying. You see the way the stress got, bro, I could've lost the dreadlocks. Supposed to be on scraps this tour, but I'm on the sweatbox. Year later, walked out the gate, picked up where I left off. And he's still pouring. Too many people wanna land and I can't go home. If they ain't playing Henny music, then it's Mons Malone. It's dark, bro, a fire hazard trying to charge this phone. Every day that go, my heart just getting hard like stone. Another year behind the door, that's my tape postponed. Missed my kid's birthday, rusty with the wordplay. New Year's was the worst day, granddad died the Monday. Ours died from a stab wound, Sab died from that gunplay. Can't run, I'm just facing it. You ain't supposed to be in here, the CM just keep on saying it. Man, that's on the landings playing this. My man said, how you back in jail, you should be cooking hits. But he never would've heard my shit if I never took those risks. Hit the floor, running 9, trying to take a day off. Some real people in my corner that wanna see the shit pay off. Trying to collect a couple M's, the big crib all paid off. Told them I'll change since I took my man's dinners and made off. Still, bro, keep it close and he just trying to cause some chaos. Let's go. Hey.